Welcome to the show, everyone. This is going to be a great show, and I'm going to kind of cut it short so that I can give my first guest, who's been on with me for over 17 years. I want to give her as much time as possible because we're going to do a quickie today. So I have with me Kedzie Morgan. Kedzie, you love our listeners. You've been I want you to tell everybody a little bit about yourself and why you love them and why, with all of your medical background and what you've been in for the last 40-something years, why we talk about water all the time.
Okay, thank you, Carol. And I do love the listeners. In fact, we do a call-in.
Which we're going to do today.
And every time people do, which is great, I always ask, have you listened to Carol a long time? Do you always, I like to find out. It's always very interesting. It's a great way to get to know somebody as well.
It's really cool.
And if anybody's watching, they can see by the color of my hair, but I am going to be 72 actually in a couple of weeks this month.
Wow.
And so,
I
yes,
have you on my birthday list.
You said 40-something years it's my 46th year in the natural health realm in various incarnations, so to speak. But what I love to do, and that leads into what we talk about here, is really finding and providing the foundational pieces that everybody needs to be healthy, to build your health on a strong foundation, and that's what we want to talk about.
We're going to open up the lines to the audience right away and let everyone call throughout the rest of the show because she loves to give everyone 2 gallons of water. Now, this is not just any water. So we're going to talk about that, and we're going to leave our lines open here for everyone to call in. You're going to love it because you're going to want to try it, and that's the main thing, is that she wants everybody to try it. When you do, it's not necessarily as much the taste as is the feel, which is really cool, and what it does is also really fantastic. So I'm going to let you talk a bit about it, and then I'll open up the lines.
Okay,
go ahead.
Thank you. And that, you summed up some of the key points that people initially encounter, let's say. So water is not water. I mean, we're not talking about the cleanliness of water, we're talking about the availability to the body about this water. So yes, people, especially in Arizona, should be drinking extra because it's very dry. We don't receive water from the outside of us until monsoon season when the humidity goes up, but even then we're sweating more than we're actually taking in from the environment. So this water, as you know, we've said this a lot of times, and anybody listening has heard me before, that Chernobyl, back in the 80s, had the accident, and it was discovered that once they relocated everyone, one group of relocated people to a mountainous region in southern Russia didn't die, didn't get cancer, and healed. And so once they realized this was a phenomenon happening, they discovered or they were looking for a discovery, what in the environment could have created this effect. So it turned out that our scientist who invented what we're talking about today, it took 25 years for him to partially receive samples, figure out why that water, because they narrowed down the water as the key factor in healing the people. And also the people that were already living there generationally were very healthy and lived long, productive lives, still farming at 100 plus years old. So my mom just passed away almost at 100, and I called her the mountain climber, and she climbed 15 stairs each direction, both 3 levels.
Wow. The
day before she passed. So there is something to, obviously, movement, we know that, but the water in particular, it was discovered by our scientists, had a very unique alignment. We call it single file alignment, like floating strings of pearls that enter through the membrane of the cell, which is a very difficult thing, and they really didn't understand how water entered cells until not that long ago. And so this water enters the cells, the membrane, through the membrane, billions, with a B, of molecules per second. So it is super, super liquid, super hydrating.
So what I want to say to everybody, a lot of people think they're drinking water. Go, well, I drink a lot of water. Well, it's the problem is that you're really not getting hydrated properly, if that's the right word. I know a lot of people that say that they're still thirsty. I don't know why I'm so dehydrated, or I feel that way, and there's a good reason for it.
Exactly.
Now, We've got our lines open here, and we're gonna let everyone call throughout the rest of the show, because she's giving 2 gallons of the water to everybody that calls in. And she absolutely loves to meet our clients and talk to our clients, our listeners that are listening out there, that she loves to meet with you and talk to you and let you feel this. It's all about feeling it, you're gonna put it in your mouth, you're gonna taste it.
Yeah.
I have to say, and you know me, I've known 17 years. And it wasn't until maybe 2 years ago or whatever that my dog was having,
Probably 4.
maybe 4 years now.
ago.
Can't believe time's fly.
Mhm.
But my dog was not well, and he said, Carol, just try it, see what happens, right? And of course, something good started
It looked
happening.
miraculous.
Exactly,
Because it is.
completely, a complete change on him. And I thought, you know what, I should really try it. I just want you to know, I'm gonna sit here right now. I'm one that hates water, right? But I don't hate this water, number one. Number two, I wanna tell you that I was shaking hands with somebody the other day, and she said, oh, your hands are so smooth.
Nice.
Silky smooth like a baby's tushy.
Aw.
Okay? And my feet too. And I feel so good. And I don't get a kickback, I'm telling you, with anything on this
Well,
show. But I
that
just
brings
have
me
to
to why I brought this today, if
Okay.
anybody's seen
Let's
it.
talk about it,
It's a
but
spray
call in
bottle.
here, hold on,
Oh, yeah.
call in here at 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. Get yourself 2 gallons of this water, you're gonna love it. Go ahead.
Okay, great. Well, I just also reminded myself to mention, I personally we call it activate the water for you. So when you call in, I'll need a little bit of lead time, not a lot, but I make it. You're not going to go to a store
Right.
and find it on a shelf. So that, I just wanted to mention that because I do get that question. So when
Okay.
you try it, I will activate it for you,
Right.
and I love doing it, so please call in. So I brought, to remind myself to talk about the spray bottle, because we spray the water on ourselves, our skin, it's first aid. I have horses, I don't use anything but the water on cuts, scrapes, they bite, they kick, they rub, all that yourself. It's also very wonderful. It's antiviral, antibacterial, and antifungal. So for example, tonight I'm gonna have fish, and I will
This is
put the
cool.
the activated water on the fish for only a minute, and it will not smell like fish anymore. So I can cook it in the house, and my house will not smell like fish.
So a lot of people will go, oh, that sounds kind of woo-woo-y. Well, it's not.
It's very
and
scientific.
It is scientific, and I can tell you right now, we're gonna keep our lines open here for everyone to call in and get yourselves 2 gallons of this water. And our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. Call in here and get yourself 2 gallons of the water. You're gonna love trying it, you're gonna see the difference, and you're gonna feel the difference as well. Go ahead, real
So
quick.
the bottom line is we want to rehydrate, we want to bring back the loop that we were born to do. Our body was born to realign chaotic, clumpy water molecules. So this does it for you. We lose that ability just about the time we stop growing. And in our world with everything that inflames us, our membranes are inflamed. So we must have this water alignment to allow water to enter the cell. It's a delivery system of nutrition, and cells communicate in water only, and it's the only way to detox. So it's a loop that we have to have in order to be healthy.
I'll tell you something, folks, it's awesome. And our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. We have less than a minute. Can you tell them about the layering of everything about this world that we're living in?
Yes, I know, we don't get a lot of time. So the whole system, the foundational system, is what we call a layered approach. So if it were cold here, we'd be wearing a hat and gloves and a jacket to protect ourselves from the environment. Well, we have an environment today all over the globe that is man-made frequencies that are damaging us, okay? So we layer with our technologies that protect our cells, our brain, from electromagnetic radiation.
Start with the inside, with the water. And our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. She's gonna give 2 gallons it to everyone that calls in.
Thank you.